It's very impressive to see what Portugal is doing in the sciences. This really rapid uptick that we've seen in the last 2 years under the minister. It's going to mean a lot for Portugal. It also means a lot for other universities that are from other countries. CMU has a very close relationship with Portugal, with a lot of the different schools, and we have many Portuguese faculty. So it's a very close relationship. And I see that meetings like this, where you're laying out a roadmap and acknowledging the work that's been done and saying this is where we need to be, it's going to be incredibly important. It's going to be the thing that differentiates Portugal science for the next several years. And it's also going to justify the investment, which is a very important part of it.
What do you think about the students, that is Portuguese students at CMU?
They're wonderful students. We have a relationship with probably 15 of these students in the last 5 years who've gone through my department. All of them have been wonderful students. The one thing that I worry about is that these students don't come back to Portugal. Just like some of your best PhDs are at Carnegie-Mellon, are at MIT, and are at other schools. And the trend has to be that they come back and they stay in Portugal and they grow the universities here.
And what are going to be your presentation?
So today I'm going to talk about a thing called the Internet of Things, and specifically the security aspects of Internet of Things. This is a change that's happening in the world where we're starting to add many, many, many billions of little devices onto the internet that hadn't been there before. And these aren't devices like your laptops. These are devices like maybe that microphone, or a little sensor, or some kind of actuator in a nuclear power plant. These devices are part of critical infrastructure, and they're being poorly manufactured. So what we're looking at CMU within SciLab, which is one of the 2 departments that I run, is how can we make this infrastructure stronger so that it will last and so that it will be resilient.
And do you expect to have a collaboration maybe with another Portuguese universities and companies?
I do. As a matter of fact, right now I have a collaboration with Portuguese researcher, but this is in the radio space, with very high frequency radio communications. The reason we're working on very high frequency communications is to address the demand for radio spectrum for the Internet of Things. I hope next that, in the next year or 2, that we might be able to get some funding on collaborative research projects with IoT.